All right, guys, don't forget about Underdog Wireline, man. I'm doing a quick shout out for these guys. You know, they've been sponsoring us since day one almost, man. So it's a great guys, great company. You know, if you need a logged perf, you know, they do completion, open hole. They got they got drop guns, man. They got lay down machines. They got all kinds of stuff, dude. So check them out. Don't forget, I'm gonna put the number up right here. Look them up, man. They're great people. They know how to get it done. I worked with them personally out here, you know, especially on the wireline side. So I know exactly what they're doing. Their hands are out there helping out. So I've said it before. I'll say it again, man. Hit them up. They're the best out here. Give them a shout out, dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys again, here to announce yet another sponsor, Branded 14 Hot Shot Services LLC. They offer hot shot work, ESP spooling, ESP technician service, and heavy hauling with semis. These guys are local. They're helping us out, so we want to help them out. Go give them a call at 432-638-1755. All the other information we're going to put right down here, so you guys can give them a call, send them an email, however you need to get in contact with them. We appreciate it. Hey, what's up, everybody? The Patch Boys are back at it again for this episode, and I know Ricky's cool with it. And probably every episode moving forward. I just want to say we want to thank God for giving us the opportunity to do this again, to be here together, to knock out this podcast for you guys, man. And we appreciate everybody that's listening. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, man, it's been an eventful week. I know we spoke about Charlie Kirk last time, and a little tidbit, just a little bit of an update since then. There's been plenty of things going on, and mainly Candace Owens is on a freaking warpath. For those of you who don't know Candace Owens is also a conservative activist, and I'll put quotes on that because she was at one point very much aligned with Charlie, and then Candace has kind of gone off a little bit on the gossip column, the rabbit hole, whatever you want to call it, but she's still fancies herself a conservative activist, and she's been working on Charlie's case like crazy. She's been getting more information, got a new video or pictures, video, whatever you want, of the Charlie Kirk's killer at a particular time at some Dairy Queen, and she's trying to put 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. Like, she's going full investigative journalist shit on here, and maybe seeding a little bit of doubt as to who it was that caused this travesty, right? She's also mentioned multiple times Bibi Netanyahu and maybe his involvement because Charlie was
critical
in her words, but at some point in her words, they were besties. They were tied at the hip. They talked every day, and then all of a sudden they weren't. And when Netanyahu came and made his rounds through podcasts, hell, he even did the Nelk Boys. He didn't go on the Charlie Kirk show. Which was it. I mean, there is eye-opening stuff there. It's not like she's just grasping shit out of thin air and just saying shit and whatever. She has stuff to back it up, but it's weird. It's getting dicey, man.
Well, you know, even the I saw like a clip today actually she put out, and it was like one of the guys that worked for TPA USA, he had like a camera he took down and took out the SD card.
I saw that,
and that was weird. And like
very
she
weird.
said, I think she said she saw the footage or she's waiting on it. I can't remember. I just barely saw it, but that was awkward too. Then, you know, even with the guy that we mentioned last time, he was like, "Oh, shoot me." Well, apparently he's like a decoy, right?
Yeah, and then he got charged.
Yeah, he got charged
for child pornography.
Yeah, but he was also like a weird. It's decoy, really. I mean, that's what they're saying, right? That too, but it's weird. But then he was like involved with the 9/11 thing. He even called in said there was going to be a bomb threat or something for the Boston Marathon. So
yeah,
it's like,
I heard about that.
A lot of weird stuff.
It's so difficult for the public to be able to tie that together. I know the people that are like receiving this information, like Candace Owens.
Yeah.
It feels more real to them. And to me, I'm listening to this stuff and I'm like, shit, man. I see the stuff like the picture at Dairy Queen and piecing together the timeline for
wearing 3
different
outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
It's crazy, man. And I know in there he's like, I had to change, but she was like, is it more plausible that he changed his entire outfit, which went from shorts to jeans?
Yeah.
Or is it plausible that he had jeans and jeans?
Yeah,
Like, it's just, she's piecing together so much shit. Who knows what's going to come from it? I have no idea what's going to come from it. All I know is I think all of us are hungry for justice, and we want to see it happen, and the proper justice. If there are levels to this shit of culpability, right?
Yeah.
To where someone paid for it, or someone facilitated it, or a group was behind it and helped plan it, or all of that whole group of people should get fucked.
Oh yeah,
That's just how I feel.
it's a wild thing. I mean, but you know what's even weird is like how they're trying to play him off as a MAGA guy, and you're
Yeah, I know.
like this dude literally wasn't not even like he's like like his parents probably were, his family was, but
He wasn't. Listen. I grew up my entire life a liberal.
yeah,
Not a liberal by my own choice or design, or by my own knowledge or thoughts. No, I have a family who was Democrat their entire life, still is, and they believe the Democrats. And then what happened? I came up and I started voting, and I voted Democrat, and I was very upset at what happened through those years. Then Trump comes around. Stuff starts to happen that I like in the first term. I vote for him in the second term for this administration, right? I voted for this administration. And it's just slowly been something that happened, but it's the same thing for him. His family grew up Republicans. They were conservative, and he was through his family conservative. Then he went to college, talked to a few fucking nut jobs, and all of a sudden became leftist. And the problem is that the problem isn't changing your mind. Everyone's free to do that. Everyone's free to pick a side, change your mind, do what you want, right? The problem is not that. The problem is that he wasn't just turned to being a Democrat. He was radicalized. That's the fucking problem. When people start spewing out words, and those words help to radicalize young people who are very impressionable. It doesn't matter the age, right? They're going to college. They're going to college for a reason. And also, when you go to college, you hold your professors, you hold your dean, you hold your advisors, and you hold them at a high level.
yeah,
Like, the shit that they're saying is that's what teachers and professors and all that shit don't understand. Some of them do, because they wield their power very strongly.
yeah.
Others may just be making comments and don't realize the fucking effect you can have on a developing adult's life, right? Young adult's life. And that's what happened to that kid, man. He really, really believed that the stuff that was coming out of and a lot of people that are against Charlie believe he was spewing hate.
Yeah.
But I've watched so many fucking videos, and there's zero hate behind it. And actually opposite.
Yeah.
He received so much hate right off the bat. Any human being, he had so much restraint. Any human being, me, Ricky, anybody else, I'm sitting here and I give somebody the opportunity to speak to me, and the first thing to say is, "You're a piece of shit fascist." How the fuck do you think I'm going to react?
Yeah.
How do you think I'm going to react? Me, myself, I'm going to react adversely, and I'm going to tell them to shove it up their ass.
Yeah.
Charlie never responded that way. However, he did respond with a shit-eating grin on his face and stuff like that, and it really bothered the people that were trying to debate, and they were so serious and angry, and he would smile and tell them, "God bless you, you're resorting to insults because you're not smarter than me and you can't debate me." And those were the things that he said. And if you say that that's hate, you have not experienced real fucking hate. Let me tell you that.
And it's crazy. I mean, he did. I mean, I've always watched him before. That's one thing about him. He always kept, and I said it like on the last row, he just kept his composure. And
that was his superpower.
Yeah, bro. Like, it was crazy, and like for them to say that it's hate, like you can't find nothing hateful this guy's saying. And even those remarks they said, like he said about I don't know, black women or something. That they pull that out of context like crazy, dude.
Tiny little clip.
Yeah, and it's all like on DEI, really, and it's not even to that specific wording that they say. It's just crazy, man. Like,
if you go and look all he was a proponent of is don't let the color of your skin, your background, your sexual orientation, anything hold you back from doing what you should be doing, hold you back from being the best you. If you concentrate on those things, you yourself are holding yourself back. Yeah. That's what he said. That was the message.
Pure merit. Pure merit.
And it's not verbatim, right? But you can go look at the clip, and it's similar, right?
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy.
It is. And I think they did a vote the other day, and AOC was like, I don't want to honor this guy because he spewed hate. I'm like, what was hate? It's all facts. And just because, and that's the thing too, is like they get confused with biblical verses being hate. It's not hate. That's God's authority. That's what that's what his will is. And it's like, they try to say, oh, that's hateful. Well, no, that's just the truth, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's our belief.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's just it. Like there's preachers that preach love and like kind, and they don't want to hurt your feelings, but there's preachers that preach straight out of the Bible. That's it. And if you feel convicted, that's because you're living out of sin. Like you're living that life of the worldly life. So that's what always got me. Yeah, bro. And it's like they try to say, oh, it's hate and all that. Like, no, it's just all love. And at the end of the day, it is love, because all those things are hurtful to you and to other people. And look at our society in some ways, how ugly it's gotten when it comes that way, And
don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you be like us and like Charlie Kirk or what he says or whatever. You have your own beliefs, have your own thoughts, but nobody should be okay with somebody getting assassinated like that.
No,
nobody. It's evil. It's straight evil. And when murder becomes okay, that's when things get really, really bad.
Yeah.
And it's not okay. It's okay. Words are one thing. Bullets are another.
Yeah. And educators too. I mean, for educators to kind of be okay with that, that's a problem, bro. Like it's a big problem. Yeah, you can't have that. Like, I saw somebody right the other day. I missed the good old days when I didn't even know my teacher's politics. And honestly, it's true. I don't. I had teachers all through school. I didn't know anybody's politics once.
Very
I'm saying? It was always just facts and what was going on through the book and whatever. But like, I just can't believe that is a thing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like people, and then to be okay with murder is not okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we're gonna segue right into the next thing that I want to talk about, because it's a hot point right now. Jimmy Kimmel, this whole shit has been blown up way out of fucking proportion. They're taking Jimmy Kimmel and putting him on fucking flags and acting like, oh, the fucking First Amendment, free speech, and fucking all this shit. That has nothing to do with free speech. That son of a bitch said what he wanted to say. He exercised his right to free speech, and his employer exercised their fucking right to willful employment. Period.
Yeah.
There's no if, ands, or buts about it. If you like Jimmy Kimmel, fantastic. I like Jimmy Kimmel, the man. The man show Jimmy Kimmel. The funny fucking Jimmy Kimmel. Not this piece of shit. And now, let me say this. He believes, and I'm okay with him having his beliefs. He believes he's doing the right thing because of his son, whatever.
Yeah.
Because of his child.
Yeah.
He believes he's doing the right thing because of his child, and more power to him. He can speak and say whatever the fuck he wants, but also ABC can fire his ass because he is not shit anymore. He's not making the ratings he's supposed to be making. If he wants to be a political activist, have at it, fucker. But ABC's gonna fire you.
Yeah,
simple as that.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like you can say what you want, but it doesn't mean your company has to like it.
Exactly.
That's how it is. Like, it's just us when we go out to jobs. I can't say all this shit and like, hey, my company tells me like, no, we don't like that. We don't want you to do that. We don't want you to wear this or that. Yeah. Like, you can't. That's just their rules. And if you don't like it, then you have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of times, everywhere you go in the workplace, there's no politics. They don't want politics. They don't want none of that, because it causes some kind of division, and it does. I mean, it makes you think different about a person, especially if they're far. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can get along with them, but it's just like, that guy thinks this way, and it's weird, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It really is. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like people get confused with, it's the first. Yeah, it is. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want, bro. I don't care, but don't get mad if you get fired for it. And at the end of the day, you should not be teaching children talking like that. And honestly, I don't want no teacher talking politics with my child.
100
or religion or any of that. Like, that's
100.
My job. Like, you don't have no right for that. And that's where you have to hold these people accountable on that, man. I feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay in line, man. Color within the fucking lines, and your lines are education.
Yeah.
Reading, writing, arithmetic, motherfuckers, whatever. Stick in your lines, bro. Do not color outside the lines where is my domain. Straight up.
Yeah.
That's all we want, man. And I have plenty of educators in my family, and I'm telling you, like, most of them agree with it. Mm-hmm. They agree that people should not be jumping into kids' lives unless life and death are at stake. For example, my sister's a counselor. And when it comes to actual life-threatening stuff, or a child is in danger or stuff like that, her job is to step in. That's why they have their job and teachers have their job.
Yeah.
Teachers teach. If there's something going on at home or something that needs to be looked out for, they call the counselor. They call my sister, and she can talk to the child. She can figure that stuff out, and then you move forward within the law, right?
Yeah, just like it used to be, bro.
Yes.
Like if my kids don't try to make my kid into a furry where he's shitting in a damn, you know what I mean? Like those little litter box.
A litter box, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, like there's like steps.
And that's
like,
real shit. He's not lying.
No, that's real. That happens.
It's documented.
Or they want to transgender them, or they want to give them clothes that you don't know about. Like that stuff is where it gets crazy. And but yeah, you're right though. Like he the student, maybe he's getting you know, having a good home life, and it's not, you know, healthy for him or safe. Like that's different. Or I think people just use their best judgment, but you know, it's like a weird line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, dude. Like just because my dad doesn't agree with me wanting to be a cat, like doesn't make him a bad man. Like the father is just a lot of weird stuff, I think. But you're
education,
right though.
Education, not indoctrination.
Exactly, bro. I love
education, not indoctrination, please.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
that's what we believe, and that's what it is. Maybe there's some parents out there that believe, you know what, I'm not a good parent. I'm gonna let the teachers parent my children. If that's how you believe, then that's on you.
And that's probably on you. Kids that are acting out too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you know, I try to keep up with the kids in some way. At least the teacher's like, hey, what'd your teacher say about this? They say anything? Like, I'm over here like, I want to know. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like the best that guy that's like, what's your for homework? You got this going? You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not that guy. Really, that's Courtney's kind of job, but I do try to kind of keep an eye on the big things. You know what I'm saying? So,
no. Erica always tell me, hey, this happened at school today, and then I'll ask Camila about it. Because obviously I want to have those conversations with my kids. I'm a little bit too rough of a speaker to if it's a delicate subject or something happened or something of that nature, I typically let my wife handle that. But if my wife feels that I need to have a conversation with my daughter, then I do. And when she tells me, she already knows.
Yeah.
She knows how I'm going to react. She knows what I'm going to say. We're pretty in tune that way. So if it's something that needs my brand of parenting, she 100% just leaves it up to me. And we have that trust in each other. If it needs her brand of parenting, you know, a little bit, you know, cuddly and softer and whatever, mom style brand of parenting, then I leave it up to her. And I think it's a very good balance, and we don't need a third. We don't need a third. Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. We can parent. And education, no problem. I'm not an educator. I do hold educators at a very high standard. I do hold them on a pedestal because I know so many of them, and I know so many of them do a great job, you know. And
it's a hard job.
Yeah, it's a very hard job, and so many of them do a great job. There is that 1% that wants to fuck it up for the rest of them, and
that's in everything,
and
too.
have them get and have them get a bad rap. And I don't think they should. Teachers, it's a very thankless job, to be honest, being a teacher. But, you know, the Patch Boys are thanking you guys, the teachers that teach and are very direct and educating. And they, like I said, they color within the lines, man. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
It's a hard job. I mean, you see, you know, I remember, Danielle's mom was an educator for years, and she would tell us, like, you know, having to deal with the kids. And I mean, that you think about that, like they got enough going on. They got their own lives, bro. Absolutely. Then they got to come to school and they got to go to work and they got to deal with other kids. It's like, that's got to be hard, man, especially if they're rude and ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, which actually goes into parent.
Yeah.
Parent your children.
Come for on, sure, man. Even my mom, she's a hall monitor, and she's like, these kids are rough. And I'm like, I can only imagine.
I can only imagine, bro.
And like, you know, last time I was at the game, I was at the football game last night, the homecoming game, and they won. Which is a good game.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
glad the Rebels
Let's
won.
go, baby.
Finally got our first win. It was good.
Beautiful.
But the teachers. I was sitting by kind of like the student section, and I was like, man, these teachers come here on their like Friday night and they watch these kids. I'm like, dang, that's a lot. You know, like
They
people,
do a lot,
you know,
man.
that's Monday through Friday. These guys are there, and that's it. They're coaching. They're doing other things, like, you know. So I do appreciate a teacher and what they do and how they educate, because there's some teachers that I still remember from back in the day.
Absolutely.
You know, I can't remember his name, but he's an older black man, big guy, and he taught psychology and at Lehigh, and I see him walk.
I know who you're talking about.
He still walks, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Every morning. Yeah. And I always want to go up to him, see him, like, and I always want to tell him, like, dude, your class really sunk in for some reason. Like, I remember a lot
You know
of
what's
it.
crazy? And I can't remember his name either, but I do remember that he was very, very direct with things.
Yeah.
When it got into misbehaving, he was like, yo,
He was.
done.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that rigid, angry. No. He just knew where the line was. And it happened to me, shit. If I crossed the line, hey, get out of the class.
Yeah.
And straight up. And I thought we had a good relationship to the point where it hurt my feelings. I'm like, yo, shit, man, I need to chill.
Yeah, because you were always good at that.
I was a class clown, man.
But you're good at, like, maneuvering it to where they laugh with you.
Yeah,
you know
but-
what I'm saying? Like,
but I crossed the line a couple of times. I
What was,
did, and he was one of them. But I remember he was like, "Hey, man, you can't do that." I stood outside to the end of the class, and he told me what I can't do, and why he did it, and that was it. And it was very much why, because I was fucking with other kids' education. He was trying to be serious, and I was trying to be a fucking jokester.
Yeah.
And he nipped it, and we never had a problem after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a bunch of teachers stick out in my mind, and maybe their names not anymore. Mr. Chavez, of course.
I was gonna say that.
Mr. Chavez was he was a math teacher, and he stuck to
I
math.
thought it was Mr. Cortez.
Cortez, Chavez.
It's Cortez.
Now, you sure?
I think so. We have to
Okay,
look
we're
into it.
gonna say it's Cortez.
Yeah,
Ricky says
we'll
Cortez.
ask Fabian, because we were all in the same
Fabian,
class.
I don't know for sure, but
yeah, but
we love Mr. Cortez because he did let us be kids. We were still kids, man. He did let us be kids, but he taught us too. And if same thing, if you cross the line, he boot you the shit out of his class, and that's what it was. He was there to do a job, and he took it seriously. But he was still, leeway for us to be kids. We weren't there just like, look at your fucking paper only and fucking, good teachers have a good balance, man.
Yeah,
and,
they do.
And we remember a lot of them.
He was strict, but he was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you knew you couldn't get too far away.
Yeah.
You know who I always liked was Miss Coach Hero. I know he liked
Coach
him
Hero,
too.
man, he was
he was a good.
he was one of my favorite people.
Alamo football coach. I don't know what
He
else
was
he
one of my
taught.
favorite people. Calves the size of my head.
Yeah, that
played
guy
for the
was-
Minnesota Vikings.
He played for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could find that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I've tried to look for him, but I don't know, it was a while back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I don't even know his first name. So
He had a little car. Coach Hero was a huge man. He had a tiny little car, man. He was just a really cool dude, massive beard, and he was a really cool dude, and he was a really good coach. And him, Coach Wolf, coaches are so important, man.
Yeah.
They really do build structure, man.
I think Coach Wolf works. Last time I saw him playing for the, well, I don't know if it's planes, but he works for like a pipeline company. And then like, what was that one coach? He was your coach in the Maroon 8th grade, and he had the blue eyes and shit.
Coach.
I'm just telling you the eyes because I remember like that was his thing. Everybody,
greenish blue eyes.
yeah,
man.
I was like,
I forgot what his name was. Yeah. He was the A-team coach.
God, man.
Right under Coach Taylor.
Yeah.
Under Coach Taylor. But man, I can't remember his
But
name.
you know, it broke my heart when I saw that man wearing the Permian colors of that
Yeah,
one game,
I
because I
know.
sent y'all a photo of him.
Yeah.
I was like, remember him, bro? And I was like, damn, I can't believe this guy jumped ship, baby.
It's,
you know what I mean?
it's a guy you can't forget, man. And I remember Mr. Rangel, man. Mr. Rangel sticks out to me. He was the vice principal at Alamo.
Damn, I can't remember
Mr.
that,
Rangel.
man. Yeah.
And I remember it was funny because like he was very involved as a vice principal. He was very involved. I remember getting hurt. We didn't have a trainer. I hurt my back. I believe it was my back or whatever. And we didn't have a trainer. No, it wasn't my back. It wasn't my back because I remember he had me doing like 200 sit-ups every session.
Damn.
And it was funny because the trainer would be busy. We only had one trainer between us and freshmen. And so he would be at freshman doing whatever he's doing. Doc, you remember Doc?
Oh yeah, Doc. Yeah.
So Doc would be at freshman doing whatever he's doing, and we didn't have a trainer. So he's like, "Man, I'll do it." So if it was like one or two of us, he'd take us literally in his office, and he's working or whatever, and we're in the administrative office, right? Of course, they're all working or whatever, and he's like, all right, 200 sit-ups. Because we couldn't practice.
Yeah.
200 sit-ups, we'd just be in there doing sit-ups, and you're like, all right, man, come on. He was really into the athletic department, right? He was a former football player himself and everything, so he was like, yeah, man, you got to build up the core, and he would tell us, like, yeah, I get it, man, more get off, and this, that, and the other, but he sticks out in mine, too, and, yeah, man, a lot of educators, they stick with you, man. Look how old we are, man. Yeah. We remember these events, these things. So I mean, to any of the educators out there, like, just remember, the stuff that you say sticks with people, and do you really want it to be politics?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, yeah, you're right. We have good experience. I think we kind of touched on both, which is good, because it is wild. Like, I mean,
there's
like,
both sides of the coin.
You think about it, man. Like, even Aiden with his coaches, he still has a special connection with them. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it, because that's some hard times you putting in with a guy.
Man,
you know,
it is.
And he's the guy whispering in your ear, "Get out, man, do it." You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, I can't remember what that one coach was. He was like a smaller guy, and he was kind of upset that I quit football in junior. But I was like, bro, look at me, bro. Like, I can't compete with these guys. Like, I know you're trying to give me some hope, maybe, but I can't do it.
It's because he was a small guy.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know he had the python. Remember, he used to always walk around with his python in class. He was a science teacher. And you know what? I actually have a story about him, too. When we were in ninth grade, I had mad troubles with the boxes.
Yeah.
You remember we had to go from flat to jump on top of the boxes, and everybody knows I'm about 300 pounds. Back then, I was pretty fucking close. Mm-hmm. I was a big fucking dude. I just carried a lot more muscle at that time. But I remember having massive troubles in off season trying to get on these boxes. I would tear up my fucking shins.
I did that once. That was horrible.
I would tear up my shins on these boxes. But they were building me to be more athletic. Because they had plans. Obviously, they wanted me to play tackle. Anyway, he is the one who finally got me to do it. I remember him pulling me aside, and he's like, "Hey, man, the only reason you're missing this shit is because you're scared."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You're scared you're gonna fucking fall on your face, you're gonna fall, whatever, hurt yourself, this and the other." He said, that's not high enough for you to hurt yourself. Just fucking do it." And he was real clear with me, like, just fucking do it, man. Do it right now. Nice. And he held up the line, and he put me up against it. He's like, just fucking go for it. Don't think about it. Just go for it. And ever since that day, I was able to do it no fucking problem. He pushed me far enough to do it. He wasn't fucking angry. He didn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
He was strict, direct. He got tired of seeing me not reaching my potential. Hey everybody, Patch Boys here. We want to do this quick short so we can provide some information about our new sponsors, Underdog Wireline. You can see I'm wearing their merch here. So I just want to tell you a few things that they provide. Of course, they're in Wireline. In Wireline, they provide pump down, logging, pipe recovery services, and as well production work. And some of the other stuff that they provide, they have emergency shower trailers and cool down trailers for rent. At the end of this, we're going to put their contact information. They believe in us, we believe in them, and I think we're a match made in heaven. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that you support Underdog Wireline as well. Thank you guys. Hey, what's up everybody? Patch Boys here, showing the new merch drop from Tejas Hustle, man. Man, they got amazing hats. They just gave us a plethora of hats to show off. We got some corduroy hats, nice and soft, light as a feather. Some trucker hats, man, that you're used to wearing out in the patch. Looking amazing. We got some hunting gear. You know what I'm saying? Orange love right there. And this hat that we're wearing right now, which Ricky's going to gush over in just a few seconds, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate Texas Hustle for hooking us up, man, making us look good.
Oh, yeah, man. We love it, man. We appreciate all the support. Like he said, I'm loving this hat, bro. This hat right here, look, man, it looks good on both of us, bro. And we got two different types of heads. So check them out, man. And, these guys support us. If you're looking for any shirts, you're looking for any decals, you're looking for any cowboy gear, something, man, check them out at TejasHatco.com. Look at their links on the bottom of our description on the episodes, and you can be able to get them. So support them like you support us. If you love us, you love the Permian Basin, you love the oil and gas industry, you love this local thing we got going, check them out, man, because they're doing great stuff, and we appreciate their support.
Shop local, and don't forget, keep on hustling, baby.
There you go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys again, here to announce yet another sponsor, Branded 14 Hot Shot Services LLC. They offer hot shot work, ESP spooling, ESP technician service, and heavy hauling with semis. These guys are local. They're helping us out, so we want to help them out. Go give them a call at 432-638-1755. All the other information we're going to put right down here, so you guys can give them a call, send them an email, however you need to get in contact with them. We appreciate it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys here. Blessed again to be announcing another sponsor for us. This one's going to be Titan. They're running out of crane. They're real close to me. It's family. So we want you guys to support them like they support us, right? So they're running out of crane. If you want to get in contact with them, it's 432-307-1960. Some of the stuff that they offer right now, if they have rustabout maintenance crews, trash trailers, porta potties, combo trailers, forklifts, and they're adding more stuff every single day. So if you guys want to support them so they can continue to support us and give you all the content that you want, go ahead and give them a call. Thank you. Because I mean that off-season workout was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You remember when we first started it, like people were fucking puking, hands bleeding and peeling. Like it's nothing like it is now. I think now they play with their labubus and shit. I fucking
it's pretty tough.
Yeah, is it? All right,
yeah,
cool.
But it was tough for us, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was a damn orangutan by the time we got done on the monkey bars,
bro. Can you imagine? I'm not too far off from what I was back then, size wise. Weight, I was lighter for sure. But could you imagine my ass fucking going across monkey bars like in split seconds?
Yeah.
That's literally what they got us doing. Being comfortable in a bear crawl at this fucking size. Can you imagine that shit? Because that's what it was when we did mats. At that point, I was at the end of off season. I was mats, whatever. Like it was fucking. We were comfortable.
Yeah.
Fucking doing front rolls and turning back.
Yeah. And we do in ninth grade. We did in the grass. We didn't even have mats.
Oh yeah.
We did in the grass, bro. And
it was
pull Big Bertha.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember I started off in that donut.
Yeah, I don't play that shit.
Well, that Big Bertha took me all year, baby.
Man,
but I got it at the end. But
that was my favorite shit. I was always in the top 2-3 motherfuckers, and I always got the heaviest tire, the tire pull, man. That was my favorite shit. I was good at that shit, and flipping that motherfucker, pulling it.
Yeah.
You name it, I loved it. That was the stuff that I liked. Now, monkey bars, not too much because it's fucking hard on your boy's hands, but
I look at kids
used to do it
for sure. And I look at kids now, like, and I tell my kids, like, nah, that kid ain't gonna make it past 9.
Coach Smith.
Yeah, Coach Smith. I seen him not too long ago. It's been a minute. I don't know if he still teaches here, but I remember seeing him on the field and stuff. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
I remember. You remember when we were late on the bus that one time on purpose?
Oh yeah.
None of us felt like fucking doing the fucking 2-a-days. I don't know if it was 2-a-days or what the fuck it was. We were running practices at Lee already, so we had to be on a bus, run to practice at Lee because they were instituting a new offense and defense because they changed from Parchment to Quisenberry.
Yeah,
fucker. Anyway, so we would have to bus over to Lee, and me, Ricky, and Fabian just got it into our minds. They were like, fuck this, maybe they'll leave without us. So we start just walking slowly, and sure enough, we're late, but they still fucking catch us. So we end up going anyway. We get back, and I remember Coach Smith, I went to class, and he was like, hey man, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, no, and we felt bad.
Yeah.
Like we felt really bad. We were like, fuck, nah, we can't miss again. Like we can't be late again.
Yeah.
So after that, we were chopping to the bus and going to practice and shit. And he was one of those guys, like, you need people like that to keep you like, hey man, to make you feel bad about what you did, because they're like, hey man, what the fuck are you doing? You committed to this, just fucking commit, do it. And yeah, he was right. He was a really good dude, Coach Smith. Shout out to him, man.
We had a teacher that was a Spanish teacher, and I did horrible. And I remember I don't know if this was where me and Matt Garrett, we over there wrote all these damn.
Matt Garrett.
She loved cats, right? So I wrote 100 reasons why I love cats, and she passed me.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish the Spanish side, but I turned it over. I wrote 100 reasons. She was like, and she just passes, bro, to see. I was like, I'm so happy, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, it took time, and you had to fucking come up with 100 reasons. Like,
I was a good kid in class.
Yeah, man.
You know?
We did our best, right? Well, and I'm sure a lot of these kids do their best. And
one thing I never could understand. And I think that's just because of the way they come from home. But some of those kids are just ugly to teachers. Like, they're ugly, bro.
They are, man.
And it's they got a chip on their shoulder, that no respect. And I remember thinking,
parents,
I could never act that way. And then even with my kids now, we make sure. One thing, when my daughter once gave the principal attitude, and he called my wife about it, and we got on her. My wife actually got on her really good. You know what I mean? But it's just we don't tolerate that, bro. You can't be acting rude to teachers.
We shouldn't tolerate, man, because at that time, if you teach your children to have a problem with authority, what are you really teaching them?
Yeah,
it's going to be to their teachers. It's going to be to their coaches first. Then it's going to bleed into the household, and it's also going to bleed out into the streets. These problems that people are having with police officers, they stem from that. Mm-hmm. Disrespect begets disrespect. And I'm not saying, like I said, there's always that fucking 1%. There's these 1% of these cops that are pieces of shit, no doubt about it, that try to wield their power in the wrong way. But you can kind of keep yourself out of their crosshairs by showing the normal respect.
Yeah.
The normal respect that you should be getting taught early in life, right? Respect your elders, respect the person respect authority figures, right? Don't be dumb. Don't be a sheep and if an authority figure tells you, hey, go fucking beat this guy up or fucking do something you're not. Dance. No, have a moral compass. That's why, and I'll go back to Charlie Kirk. That's why Charlie Kirk said, God first, so that you have a proper moral compass, and then respect for others, right? And then respect for other figures or whatever, but God always comes first, because that moral compass is what's going to guide you through life. Even if somebody that you respect or something is doing something they're not supposed to, your morality tells you it's not right.
Oh yeah. And then that's why, and you look at history, you look at a Soviet Union, you look at Cuba, you look at even the Nazis, right, in a way. Yeah. But the Soviet Union, for sure, they killed priests, they burned the churches, they burned the portraits of Jesus Christ. Why? Because they didn't want God over government. Yeah. They wanted their government first, and that was it. So that was the reason why. And I think even in some places, Ukraine is doing that, bro. So it's just these government, they know the power of God and what he brings out to you and what he also calls out. And then it's and then these people are not scared.
The teachings, man.
People don't get scared. If you have a lot of faith in God and stuff, and hey, man, it's all right, because this is just one stop. I got somewhere else, bro. Yeah, I got eternity waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? If you're right with God, right? But it's just I don't know. It's wild. You see it in history how they did that, man, and you see it now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why history is very important, man.
Yeah, very important. If you forget it, you're doomed to repeat it, bro.
100.
And that's why that's why I always loved that, bro.
Like you said, we're in the 70s again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
These fucking political assassinations and stuff like that, trying to eliminate the competition that way, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Dude, it is. And you're right. It's just it's a wild scene. And it's one of those things where you're watching, where's it going? Where is it tilting? Is it, you know what I'm saying?
But I do I do appreciate the reaction of most of the country. A lot of people were very respectful, whether they believed in Charlie Kirk or not. They were very respectful. So I will say that a lot of people, some people you didn't expect it from. You know what I'm saying? Some are bleeding heart liberals, and they still had the respect that they were supposed to have. Many people, some didn't. They still found their way to get their little 2 cents and their little political fucking message through it, and that's not what it was about. It's very much become political from both sides. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's just about a good human being lost his life, and we should be able to grieve without this political bullshit. Straight up. And grieving doesn't mean I have to fucking fall on my hands and knees and cry for Charlie. No, but I can think about the message that he was putting out, and have my time with that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what he did for me personally, about my political views, my religious views, the positive stuff that he did. And that should be okay for everybody to talk about and do, and not be politicized.
No,
that's the way that I feel about
for
it.
sure, man. I mean, that's exactly how we should look at it, you know. But you know, I don't know. It's just it's a wild week. You know, I keep up with a lot of it too, you know.
Yeah, man,
but I mean,
it's
I think that
crazy.
day was like straight up, like, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And
The day was very it was a very
emotional.
powerful day, emotional day. Yeah, it
for
was
sure, man.
It emotional in every way. You either got angry, you got sad, you got something, man.
Did you see it? And his
crazy.
wife's video was really good. Like it was strong, and
she sent a strong message.
And you can't. That man's got a moving right now behind him. Like you see that marching, like Europe, like it was like over 1 million people, bro. Like
they got 50. I think the number was 54,000 new requests for new chapters at different colleges and universities.
Oh yeah,
54,000.
And then on top of that, like there's like a lot of people like saying, "Hey, I just finally opened up a book. I finally opened up that Bible because I saw this man with his faith and how he stood for it and how he lived by it." Like, I mean, like as far as we know, he lived by it, bro. Like you know, he did everything he preached. In other words, and everybody has their own battle, so don't think that you don't. Like you're always gonna fall, but it depends if you're gonna put it back in God and you're gonna turn back and you're gonna repent. But like you know, it's just like he did that, man. So it's like it's crazy to see like how people are really like he's pushing people to God. In other words, right? So I think that's amazing, awesome, man. Bro. Like his death didn't go like you know for nothing. In vain.
It was not in vain.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it, bro.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I know we got into the politics thing and we talked about all this stuff today. I thought it was important, and especially with the climate in the country today, to talk about that stuff and just know like we this is our opinion and this is what we think. I know everybody else probably has a different opinion, and you guys are entitled to that. Just don't be, you know, we just preach the don't be hateful part, man. Don't be hateful. Like, just because you're liberal doesn't mean I hate you, or just because you have a different religion doesn't mean I hate you, man. And there's such a thing as humanity, and that's number one, man. Because if you're a Christian, you believe everyone's made in God's image, and we're all His children. And why would we want anything bad to happen to any of you guys? No, we don't. And so that's just be a human, man. Humanity, you know, have a little bit of sympathy. I won't say empathy. People made a big deal about that.
Yeah.
About the whole I don't believe in empathy thing. But you got to go further in what he said. He said he believes in sympathy. It's a much more godlike emotion. But you can look back.
Yeah, I haven't seen that part. I have to check that out, man.
Yeah, well, everybody was so upset that he said he doesn't believe in empathy. But he said multiple times that sympathy, that we should sympathize. With each other. And I'll have to look it up. Maybe we could put it out there or whatever. I think it was just a voice recording, a podcast that I heard. It wasn't on video, so we'll have to look into that or whatever. But people made a big deal about that.
So I just want, like, 'cause I'm curious on myself.
The
primary difference in empathy is understanding and sharing other person's feelings, while sympathy is feeling concern or sorrow for someone's misfortune for emotional distance. Oh,
correct. Okay. So you don't have to put yourself in that. Empathy is very simple, right? People that empathize with someone put themselves in their shoes, but we're all different, like, right? Yeah. So, but we're all human. So sympathize with the human for something they're going through is okay. I think people took the fact that he didn't believe in empathy as something hateful. And
that's crazy.
You can interpret everything as hateful, man, if you wanted to. But I think and I'm not saying that I don't believe in empathy. I'm just simply saying, like, just listen to what the words are. It's actually not something hateful. It's something he's trying to put logic to it, and also, you know, his humanity to it, right? And like, be like, I sympathize for somebody who has an issue or something like that, but I can't put myself in your shoes.
It's actually feeling for someone versus feeling. Let me see.
Feeling that emotion.
Yeah, I got it right here. Okay, so it's either feeling with someone, walking in the shoes, or sympathy is more feeling for them.
Yeah.
So instead of feeling with them, you're feeling for them. Okay, I got you now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so that whole little debate, and Charlie, it's a very clear message because they're using it all over the place. Charlie said he didn't believe in empathy. Later on, I think he expanded, and I'd have to go look for it where I heard it. I'd have to look for it, but it was audio of him talking about that situation because people didn't like it.
Oh, I got a direct quote. Apparently, this is what sympathy is a better word because empathy means you're actually feeling what another person felt, and no one can feel what another person feels.
Exactly.
Damn, that's true. And I think he even mentioned that.
I love that quote.
Yeah, by the way, that's a good quote. I mean, and honestly, I've never even thought of it.
I understand. I understood what he was trying to say by saying he didn't believe in empathy, and people are taking that and using it as something very hateful. But man, it's crazy. You don't have to believe that exactly, but the guy's telling you why he believes in sympathy rather than empathy. Right?
Yeah, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that does a lot of damage.
You see, and they're using just that because it's on video.
Yeah,
and so they're using just that as a hateful rhetoric. But
nah, there's nothing hateful about that. That's the thing. Like, just because you don't like the way he said, like, you can't call it hate, bro. That's where it comes in, right? Hey, that's a good thing. I never even heard of that, but I mean, I never even thought of the two words and other words. And honestly, I didn't know. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I didn't know the difference. You know, like I knew the words, but I didn't know the meanings. That's why I had to look it up.
And that I did the same thing when I first got into it. Like, why? I mean, I had an idea of being of having empathy for somebody, but I did the same thing. I saw the difference, and then I went and I listened to more stuff because when you're looking at videos, it'll give you the next thing, right? And so I listened to his next quote, which was the quote that you just read, of him explaining why he doesn't get like empathy, because the first one was only him telling him, I don't believe in empathy. I think empathy is whatever, you read the quote, but he got a chance to explain himself, and that's the beauty, right? And it makes sense.
It's crazy, man. I never even thought of it like that, bro, but that's a good saying. It makes you think, and that's why I like stuff like that, man. It's just like, there's nothing wrong with thinking, like, and do your own research, bro. Like, I don't know how many times I've told people that, like, you got, like, I'll hear something, I don't go to Fox News, just I don't even like Fox News, bro.
Nah, man.
I just go. I do my own media outlets. I go to small independent journalists. I look at Google, and even though Google's not the best, but I try to go straight to facts, like with just what, especially with when it comes to descriptions or like the actual word, like in the dictionary means, like you always want to know that, because the word can be twisted, just like the Bible. Bible can be twisted too in a lot of ways. Like, you can hear a small verse and they can use it for something else, but when you really read it, it means a whole nother thing. It's crazy, bro. And that's why they say get in your word, because then you can have discernment to what is right and what's wrong. And people who are trying to like steer you with certain things, you're like,
and do it for yourself. Do it for yourself.
So like, if somebody tells me something, all right, let me check it out. I'll look up the whole verse and I'll look it up, because I want to know what it means and what they're saying, because it can go a lot of ways, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Absolutely. And they get God's love confused a lot too. But God loves you, but you also have to have. And I never knew what that word meant when they said, "Are you a God fearing man?" I never understood. Like, and I would get mad, like, why would they want you to fear God? And I was like, but then I started really getting it, and I realized, oh, I know, because you don't. Why would I want to? I fear God so much that I don't want to upset him to where I don't want to go to hell, bro.
Yeah.
And that's a God-fearing man. You ain't trying to sin. You're trying to do the right. And that's what got me. Like, But for a long time, bro, I remember I saw it and I was like, why would you want to fear? I got so mad. Like, I love God is love. God is love, but God is also strict, man. Like, he's like a fatherly love where he wants you right. Like,
that's what it is.
Exactly.
Father's
and
love.
People get confused with that, right?
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of these, like YouTube videos where these people go to these churches where they try to, preach that. But whenever they ask them like certain things, they don't know it, bro. They don't know the Bible one bit, and you're like, dang, you just and honestly, I feel bad for those people, because they're leading a lot of people astray, and when you go to in front of God, they're gonna pay for it, bro.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they can weaponize the Bible. People do it, man. That's what it is. A lot of people can, if someone is just learning and trying to, and is not a free thinker, they're trying to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's why churches are very powerful. There's no doubt about it. Religion has its things, right? And anything, especially that, can be weaponized, man. So just like Ricky said, have thoughts for yourself, do your own research, do your own reading, and think about it in your way. And man, it's free thinkers, man. Free thinkers, and that's cool, man. Find fact, and you discern what you what your beliefs are, man. From that, don't just. It's very difficult to be your own person if you just steadily following somebody else's dictation.
Oh yeah,
Straight
you
up.
can be misled, and that's what's
Yeah.
sad about it, man. Like you never know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
But you know, one thing I want to say because around this, I thought about the other day, and I was reading a book. It's like a book called The Road to Jesus. But anyways, it was printing out scriptures, and there's one part I thought was wild, man, because ancient Egyptians believed the earth was held on pillars. Greeks stated it was carried on the back of Atlas, and Hindus claimed it rested on elephants' back, which I feel sorry for the elephants.
Yeah.
but the Bible stated God hangs the earth on nothing, Job 26:7. And we know now the earth is spinning in space exactly as Scripture describes. Now you think about it, Job is in the Old Testament. That's old school, bro. That's old. You know what I'm saying? And it's like for that to be there, and then when they didn't have this technology, they didn't know what.
No,
you know?
yeah, there weren't astrologists and all that
And then
back then.
for that to be written in there is crazy, bro. Like, and I know people can say, "Oh, yeah, it was a
Astronomers, astrologists.
one of those." Yeah, we know
Astronomy.
There you go. But you know how people say like, "Oh, yeah, well, you know, it's been changed and stuff." Well, you know, the thing is that the Dead Sea Scrolls show that it wasn't because every word matched that. You know what I'm saying? But like on top of that, I just thought that blew my mind when I read it. I was like, dang, that's crazy that. And I looked it up. It's in Job. And, you know, Job is a powerful story about a man who loses everything but keeps his faith in God. But on top of that, yeah, it says it hangs the earth on nothing. Now, it's crazy to me, bro. That blew my mind. I was like, you know, I believe in God and stuff, but don't get me wrong. People have, you know, you have these doubts and stuff like the devil comes in your head, messes with you. But then I always got to remember my experience of where I came from. But like, yeah, I see stuff like that. And I'm like, man, that's wild. Blows me in the head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. And I thought to throw that out there because it really blew me away. I was like, sitting there like, what? I had to pull it out and start looking like,
start fact checking,
bro.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
You know, I just thought I'd throw that out there because I saw it, and I've been meaning to. I just kind of keep forgetting about it, you know.
Yeah.
But it was crazy, man. You know. But yeah, you're right, man. You gotta stay in it. You gotta look at it and do your own homework. But you know, it's a crazy deal we're going through right now, man.
Yeah, you know? and I know you guys are gonna notice for sure. It's not that our whole podcast is going full blown religious or anything like that, but I think, and I'll thank Charlie for this. I think we're not going to be afraid to put God in the forefront of this podcast at all. It's not going to happen. It's not going to change the podcast. We like what we like. We love fights. We like joking. We like bullshitting. But very much so, our love and our respect for God is going to be at the forefront, and we're not going to be afraid to do it. And we appreciate anybody who can appreciate that. And so, yeah, man, and we're not saying at all that you have to be Christian to consume our content or anything like that. The simple fact is that we are putting God at the forefront for ourselves. And, you know, hopefully that doesn't mean, you know, all of you guys leave because we're putting them at the forefront.
Yeah, for sure. But I do think that He is the only path. He is the only way. And you know what I mean? And if you're a full believer, you got to say that, right? Like, cause then you lead people astray. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, look, I love you. You can believe what you want. I love you.
Absolutely.
But doesn't mean I have to agree with you. And I do think Jesus Christ is the only way in the path. But you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I go with that, right? And it's like that's our opinions, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, you know, at the end of the day, I still love everybody. It's not like I don't love you. You know what I'm saying? I have no hate.
There's no hate going on here, and the podcast is very much going to continue as normal with our guests and all of that stuff, but God will be at the forefront. So just letting you guys know. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Getting past that a little bit, we're gonna get into a little bit of local news because I had a conversation with Dave, my friend Dave from Hot Shots. Been a friend of mine for quite some time, mainly when I got into drinking age. But you know, Hot Shots, everybody knows Hot Shots is a local place. It's a staple of Midland. A lot of people, at drinking age, right, know exactly what the place that I'm talking about. You visited it once, had their famous lunch boxes. Everybody loves those things. And Dave, the number one thing that sticks out is Dave. He's a very personable guy, a very, happy guy, good guy, always greets you happily. I never had an issue at Hot Shots whatsoever. And they seem to have found themselves in the crosshairs of certain people in local government. Apparently, they have been, for lack of a better word, targeted. For what reason? they're speculating, and they believe they know why. But the only thing that I want to say really is that if the local government is trying to get rid of a place like Hot Shots, that is a staple here, hasn't really had any big issues. And they showed me the things that they're putting at the forefront. Basically, the stuff that's being brought up is Hot Shots adjacent. What I want to say by that, they are essentially charging Hot Shots for the issues going on in the area. As you know, there are 2 other bars literally connected to Hot Shots. You got the Double Bar and the bar on the other side, and that area simply, obviously, with drinking involved and people having a good time and this and the other, or not having a good time, people get pissed off, people have fights, shit happens. Anyway, what happens is these 911 calls that are made, basically the people there are like, well, I'm by Hot Shots, I'm near Hot Shots, it's right in front of Hot Shots, it's this and the other. Hot Shots is being mentioned, and so they are being those calls are being attributed to a problem at Hot Shots. I just want to make the people aware, because it's a homegrown business here in Midland, and a lot of people know Dave. He's part of the community, and he's under siege right now. And the only thing I want is for them to get a fair shake. If there's an actual thing going on, which Dave personally told me he is working on every single thing that they have given him to work on, sans the zoning issues, because it's a crock of shit. But to be honest, so sans that, he's worked on everything, security, any fines that they gave him. He's going through what he needs to go through to be good. And he had a small victory not too long ago, where he can obviously reopen. I don't know if the case is ongoing. I had to read more into it, and he's going to continue to go to city council to state his case and all of that, which is why he's not here. I'm speaking for Hot Shots, because I believe that they should be able to operate here and have operated good within the community for years. I don't know exactly how many years, but I know since I was 21 years old, right? And they're good people. They deserve to, have their slice of the American dream. And let's hope that there's not anything sinister going on behind it. And I just use sinister just to make it a little bit more dramatic, right? But yeah, man, the Patch Boys back, Hot Shots. They're good people. I don't think the people that have met Dave and his family and everything would disagree with me. So just letting everyone know what's going on, because they are under siege, and they're worried about it. They're worried about it, and we just want to lend our support to them, and pay attention, guys. If it's something that you care about, pay attention. It's going to be on Facebook. You can follow Hot Shots actually on Facebook, and see what's going on as they do these proceedings, or whatever you want to call it. As they get into all of this, he's going to be posting stuff on the Hot Shots page, letting people know what's going on. So yeah, just check it out. Also, Nino America is really involved in it as well. So in his page, you could probably check it out, what's going on, and see the prior stuff. So yeah, the video of Dave actually making his case, talking about all this stuff, is actually posted. This is nothing new. Yeah. It's actually posted, so you guys can check it out. But the Patch Boys are going to lend their support to Hot Shots. We love that place, but it's not so much about the place. It's more about the people, the family that runs it, and we appreciate them very much. So I just wanted to get that in there before we finish this episode.
Yeah, and if you have Facebook, or I think they're even on TikTok, Midland Street News. They're doing a lot of it. They're putting a lot of
Midland Street News is good for very good for local news, man.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of stuff, man. So yeah, that's where I first saw it, and I was mentioning it to you. But yeah, man, but that's good. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a big thing kind of going on right now.
Yeah.
So but I know you got to catch a game, don't you?
Yeah, man, I got to go coach the little one. So yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here. And like I said, we do ending the podcast. We want to thank God for giving us the opportunity to be here, be with you guys, and we want to thank God for all the listeners and all the supporters and all the sponsors, man. We appreciate you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, check out our sponsor, Underdog Wireline. I know you heard of them, but I'm going to remind you guys, they offer wireline services from anything from open hole to completion. They do logging, they do frac jobs, they do about pretty much anything you want. They also offer layout machines. They got a slick line. They even got a torquing test now. So, give these guys a call. We're going to have all the links in the description below us. Give them a shout out. They're a local business out of Midland, Texas, and they really are a great company, man. So, show them support like you support us. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys again, here to announce yet another sponsor, Branded 14 Hot Shot Services LLC. They offer hot shot work, ESP spooling, ESP technician service, and heavy hauling with semis. These guys are local. They're helping us out, so we want to help them out. Go give them a call at 432-638-1755. All the other information we're going to put right down here, so you guys can give them a call, send them an email, however you need to get in contact with them. We appreciate it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boys here. Blessed again to be announcing another sponsor for us. This one's going to be Titan. They're running out of crane. They're real close to me. It's family. So we want you guys to support them like they support us, right? So they're running out of crane. If you want to get in contact with them, it's 432-307-1960. Some of the stuff that they offer right now, if they have rustabout maintenance crews, trash trailers, porta potties, combo trailers, forklifts, and they're adding more stuff every single day. So if you guys want to support them so they can continue to support us and give you all the content that you want, go ahead and give them a call. Thank you.